to send a message to Mount Sinai and Morningside and West to say, shame on you. Shame. I will start by saying the other employers are calling our bargaining units to sit down to the table and bargain. And I want to know, Morningside and West employers, what is your problem? What is your problem? You need to come to the table, negotiate a contract. Negotiate a contract that includes safe staffing, workers' violence protection, medical benefits, because Mark Kramers, Jeff Cohen, and Stacey, they have decided that they want to take away our medical. And I want everyone to know, nurses care for New Yorkers. If nurses are not healthy, who will take care of New Yorkers? At the height of the pandemic, we were here. Where were the executives? They were in their second homes, hiding. We wore garbage bags when we didn't have PPEs. No vaccine. We could not go home. Some of us slept in our garage because we didn't want to get the rest of families sick. Nurses are the backbone of the hospitals. Yes. These greedy employers brag about spending millions to replace their own nurses with replacement that are not as highly qualified. They claim they don't have enough money to afford a medical coverage, yet they are spending over $2 million into $200 million, to be correct, into replacement nurses. My message to you, take those millions, invest them into our communities, invest them into safe patient care, invest it toward a medical coverage, invest it toward workers' protection. We are here to say, Mount Sinai, union busting is disgusting! Union busting is disgusting! On Sunday night, our nurses were working at the LNZ at the Mount Sinai. Those cowards decided to email them and told them they were terminated for no reason. They're writing up nurses because there was an active shooter and the nurses protected themselves and their patients. When they took it to the media, they suspended some nurses and they gave them the last written agreement. For those of you who don't know, if you so much sneeze, management will terminate you. That's what we call union busting. And we're saying it's disgusting. It's disgusting. Nurses are here to care for our patients. We did not go on strike. The greedy CEOs with all those OOs and the millions they making put us out here. You had enough time to negotiate a contract. We sat for hours waiting for you. You decided to hide in your office. You would show up for 15 minutes and laugh in our face and leave. Does that sound like anyone who wants to have a fair contract and bring the nurses back? So we are here to tell you, Sinai, negotiate a fair contract. Call the nurses today, like your other employers, and come to the table and negotiate a fair contract. More nurses, better care. More nurses, better care. More nurses, better care. More nurses, better care. Thank you. Our nurse speaker, her name is Ganesh Forbes. She's a Morningside West ICU nurse. She's also in the executive committee, and she's also a NYC board of directors. No. Please welcome.
Good morning. Good morning. bear with me, my tears are here, my eyes are fogging up, but I'm here to inform the community. Mount Sinai, Presby, and Monty have not come to the table in good faith bargaining. They have left the table early on several occasions. We are here waiting, hoping that they'll come and meet with us. The hospitals are holding healthcare hostage. They have ability to sign off and give us the healthcare that we need. But they have profit over healthcare. They prefer profit over staffing. And they prefer profit over workplace violence. The nurses of New York need to have good healthcare to sustain us so we can do the work that we have professed to do, which is to take care of New Yorkers. When we walked out after our 4-year education, we set an oath to take care of people. No matter what form of life you come from, that's what we do. What do we want in return? Healthcare. What do we want? Healthcare! Being at the forefront exposes us to several diseases. So we have to be healthy. If we do not have good health, we cannot come out 24/7 to give excellent care. We become compromised. We become sick. During COVID, we were able to maintain our health because we had good insurance. We can go to the hospital, get better, and come back out to work. We were there for 3 months and more. We stood the line. I was there in AIDS. I was there during COVID. I'm still here, and I'm standing. Why? Because the healthcare they gave us. They gave us healthcare. Now what do they want to do? They want to delete it, take it away from us, compromise our health. What? How can we take care of you? We can't. We have nurses with back pain injuries. One of my favorite slogans, my back, my neck, give me health care. That's all we're asking for. That's all we're asking for. These hospitals are willing to pay $10,000 per nurse. Hotel bills, Ubers, but yet still they're not willing to invest that money in us. Because that's not right. They have other people coming in to teach the staffs how to write in charting. That's another $10,000. Does that sound right? No. Why are they not putting this money into our health care? Because they have insurance that covers them when they have a strike. So they say, to hell with you. But no, we are standing ground. We are here to stay. So they don't, but we care. We care about the negative way they are treating us. Governor Hochul, you need to step up. Yes. You need to tell them to come to the table and bargain. Remember November. You need to get them back to the table so we can get a fair contract. We can get our health care. We are asking for quality health care benefits. That's all. The trustees, Mark Kramer, Stacey Williams, Jeff Cohen, do the right thing! Do the
Yes, we are calling on the trustees. We are calling on you, Jeff Cohen. We are calling on you, Mark Kramer. We are calling on you, Stacey Williams. You have your health care. Why are you taking our health care? Why you want the nurses not to have medical coverage? Governor Hochul, I'm calling on you. Do your job. Call these trustees and let them know nurses deserve medical coverage. We need to take care of our patients. More nurses, better care. And these are hypocrites, CEOs. The CEO at NYC, New York Presbyterian, made $26 million last year. His one-day salary is shame. say, and they have the nerves to say our medical is too expensive, yet you're spending millions on replacement workers. Stop being a hypocrite. Stop hiding your gritty side. Come to the table. Negotiate a contract. Fair contract now. 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 Our next speaker is someone who stands for us, who stands for the working people, who stands for all of us. We are proud to call up here our state controller, Tom DiNapoli.
Thank you, Nancy Higgins. Give Nancy and the NYC leadership a round of applause. We are here in solidarity with you. Look at this turnout of elected officials, of union leaders, union brothers and sisters. I know numbers. Nancy, the people of New York are standing with NYC and with our nurses. The people of New York, do not forget that during COVID, the nurses were our heroines and our heroes who got us through that tough time. So you always stood by us. That's why we are standing by you. Calling for a fair contract now. A fair contract now. A fair contract now. A fair contract now. It's a simple equation. Safe staffing. That enables the nurses to do their job and protects patient safety. Safe staffing is good for the profession and is so important to the patients and their families. Absolutely. And don't our nurses deserve the same, if not better, medical and healthcare coverage as anybody else? Because they're the ones taking care of us. We want them to be healthy so they can take care of us. We know we live in a challenging time, too many tough situations that result in violence. We want our nurses to be protected in the workplace so they can be safe and they can do their job. Don't they deserve safe working conditions? Violence prevention has to be a priority in all of our hospitals. So many of us come from union backgrounds, and one thing we know for sure is that working people have the right to organize, have the right to speak out when there are issues, and they deserve to be protected, not to be retaliated against, not to be fired for speaking out. We protect our unions. That's how we are strong. So to all of our hospitals, get on with the negotiation. Get back to the table. Let's have a settlement. Our nurses don't want to be out here in the cold. They want to be in there serving their patients and protecting our families. A fair contract now. 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 Go get it.
Thank you. As you say, when the nurses are outside, something's wrong outside. The nurses are out here, definitely something is wrong in there. So we are letting you know, Morningside, you need to call the nurses today, like your other partners, and start negotiating a fair contract. Start spending money on workers' violence protection instead of spending that money on replacement workers. Enough is enough. We are not going to take it anymore. We will not cut corners when it comes to our patient care and our patient safety. We will not cut corners when it comes to our benefits. We are willing to wait to talk about wages, but when it comes to our patient safety, when it comes to our safety, when it comes to workers' violence protection, we will not negotiate. You need to come to the table and give us a fair contract. And today, our siblings from the hotel trade are here. Shout out. Our next president from the hotel trade council is Rich Morocco. Please get a
All right. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. My name is Rich Morocco, and I have the privilege of being the president of the Hotel and Gaming Trades Council. I am here today with a simple message to the striking nurses who are fighting for a fair contract, and that message is this: the Hotel Trades Council is with you. For as long as you are fighting for fair wages, we will be standing with you. For as long as you are fighting for affordable health care, we will be right next to you. For as long as you are fighting for a safe workplace and reasonable workloads, we are with you. We will stand with you shoulder to shoulder until you win the fair contract that you deserve. Because your issues are our issues. They are the issues of every working New Yorker, and they are worth fighting for. Now, I also have a very simple message to the hospital CEOs who have forced these dedicated, these hard-working healthcare professionals to go on strike by making outrageous give-back demands. And that message is this: New York is a union town. You pick a fight with the nurses, and you pick a fight with all of us. Because from our perspective, an injury to one is an injury to all. And you start a fight with the nurses, and you've started a fight with every single working New Yorker, and that is a fight that you cannot win. So my suggestion to you is to come back to the bargaining table and give these hard-working, dedicated healthcare professionals the contract that they need, the contract that they deserve. And listen, on behalf of the Hotel Trades Council, we will be here with you with whatever you need for as long as it takes. You have my word on that. And I'll just say, if we can all send that same message to management: fair contract now! 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 Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you. I am not just only the president of the New York State Nurses. I am also a registered nurse, okay, who happen to work in a safety net hospital. Okay, if the safety net hospitals, all 8 of them, could come to the table and say, let's put patients before profits. Let me work with you to increase safe patient staffing, which they did. Workers' protection violence, yes, we came to an agreement. Protecting of pension, yes, we came to an agreement. Giving us the proper medical coverage that we need. Why can't the 3 richest hospitals in New York City come to the same agreement? My message to you: what the hell is wrong with you? Come to the table and negotiate a fair contract. Our next speaker is a Morningside nurse. Her name is Natasha Gerard Henry. Come on up. All right.
I'm sorry.
Good morning. My name is Natasha Gerard Henry, and I'm an ED nurse at Mount Sinai West. This year, I'm celebrating 26 years as a nurse. I began this journey as a young mother, balancing nursing school, raising my child, and pushing forward even when the odds were against me. There were moments when the path felt uncertain, but my purpose never changed. I wanted to heal. I wanted to make a difference. Over the past 26 years, I've worked in many roles, and each taught me the same truth, that nurses are the heart of healthcare.
Yes.
Today, I'm out here with my NYSNA family and our allies, demanding once again that Mount Sinai, along with the other wealthy private hospitals in New York City, settle a fair contract for nurses and patients. Today is day 4 of the NYC nurse strike, and this is unacceptable that our employees, the hospitals that are supposed to care for New Yorkers, are still ignoring our concerns about safe staffing, healthcare benefits, and protections from workplace violence. These hospitals claim to care for New Yorkers, but when it comes to nurses, it doesn't seem like they care at all. Nurses are demanding safe staffing standards because they will improve patient care. Full stop. Safe staffing means fewer preventable deaths, reinfections, and readmissions. Why don't these hospitals want to implement what research clearly shows is effective? Safe staffing also decreases burnout and increases hospital profits. But as long as Mount Sinai, New York Presbyterian, and Montefiore continue to refuse to settle fair contracts that include safe staffing, nurses will continue to strike and advocate for our safe, quality patient care. Nurses also need to be safe and healthy. That requires good health benefits. When nurses are sick and can't access the appropriate care because these hospitals don't want to give us adequate insurance, who will keep New Yorkers healthy? And when nurses can't work because of violence in the workplace, which isn't unheard of in the emergency department that I work in, like I work in, who will keep New Yorkers healthy? Who will keep us safe? These hospitals prioritizes profit over nurse and patient safety. But enough is enough. NYSNA nurses are striking to protect quality care in this city, and we won't stop until these hospitals settle fair contracts that all New Yorkers deserve. It's time for Mount Sinai, New York Presbyterian, and Montefiore to come to the bargaining table and work with their nurses to settle a fair contract. To every nurse standing here today, your voice matters. Your courage, your story matters. Yes. We became nurses because we care.
That's right.
And right now, we want nothing more to care for our patients, our communities, our fellow New Yorkers. But we can't do that until these hospitals stop prioritizing their bottom line and start prioritizing the people of New York.
Yeah.
As we say, nurses care for New York. More nurses, better care. Our next speaker does not need any introduction. She's the backbone of our organization. She's our leader. She's my mentor. She's my sister from another mother. Our executive director, Patricia Kane. Thank you, Nancy. It's nice in the house. Nice in the house. One day longer. One day stronger. 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 Thank you. Thanks, everybody. These nurses that are out here today, time and time again, have demonstrated their professionalism, their courage, their resilience. You know, when we try to negotiate for better staffing standards, we hear all the time, no money, and what's the other one? Nursing shortage. Nursing shortage. You've heard testimony after testimony about what it's like to be a nurse, what it's like to work at these facilities. This is why there's a nursing shortage, folks. We're out here today because we want more nurses to take care of you, more nurses to help us at the bedside, give our patients the care that they need and they deserve. management, these millionaire executives, literally make us sick. They literally make us sick. You want to reduce healthcare costs? Improve the working conditions. Think about COVID. We all saw our sister hospital, nurses wearing garbage bags, nurses wearing the same mask for weeks and weeks and weeks. And that was something that was publicized. That even doesn't go to what every single day they're exposed to, the physical strain and the stress. So you want to cut healthcare costs, Mount Sinai, Presby, Montefiore, improve their working conditions. Not only do they make us sick, they want us to pay for it. It's unconscionable. And at the same time, the high cost of our health care is directly related to their skyrocketing prices.
That's right.
That doesn't just affect us. That affects everyone in this community. The violence that we're seeing in our hospitals affects our nurses every day. But you know who else it affects? Our patients. Our patients are sitting ducks. We do everything we can to protect them when there's a violent incident. Our brother over at Sinai held the door closed when there was an active shooter to protect his pediatric patients in the ER. And what did he get for it? What did Sinai do? They suspended him. They suspended him. So there's a reason that Sinai, Monty, and Presby, and especially Sinai, is refusing at this facility at Morningside, has not made a commitment to come back to the table this week. They are cowards. They cannot face us at this point. They know that they're wrong. They know that they're lying, and they can't face these healthcare heroes, these dedicated professionals, these men and women who every day put themselves on the line to take care of their patients while they're in their ivory tower in their second vacation home or out enjoying a round of golf. Maybe not in the winter, but. So I just want to say, folks, when we fight, we win. When we fight, we win. When we fight, we win. Thank you. All right, thank you. Okay, the next we're gonna call our elected official, Senator Cordell Clearer, Assembly Member Jordan Wright, Assembly Members Linda Rosenthal, Tony Simon, and Alex Boyce. So please come up one by one. And Grace Lee, please come up. And I'm getting there. And again, you know what? We are blessed. We have every elected official here with us. Okay. We also have Assembly member Mercedes Nasir.
Council.
Oh my. Okay.
We'd love to have you.
But she's also a registered NYC nurse. She's also here. Come on, please. If I leave you out, please come up. My apologies. Come on, Grace. Okay.
We support New York City's frontline nurse heroes who are on strike for patient and nurse safety. Greedy hospital executives have forced nearly 15,000 nurses out on the largest nurse strike in New York history. Nurses at Mount Sinai Hospital, Mount Sinai Morningside and West, Montefiore, and New York Presbyterian are on strike because management is threatening to cut health care for frontline nurses, refusing to agree to workplace violence protections despite 2 recent incidents of violence at New York City hospitals. And management is trying to undo safe staffing standards that nurses won for New Yorkers when they went on strike 3 years ago. Our frontline nurses are fighting for patients and nurse safety. Safe staffing save lives. When there aren't enough nurses at the bedside, patient care suffers. But wealthy New York City hospitals are trying to roll back safe staffing standards, and it's time for rich hospitals to put patients before profits and stop cutting corners on safe patient care. Frontline nurses need and deserve quality health care benefits. In the face of the worst flu outbreak in recorded history, hospital executives of Mount Sinai and New York Presbyterian are threatening to discontinue or drastically cut health care benefits for the nurses that keep our city safe. Nursing is a high-risk, high-injury job. Nurse heroes put their lives on the line caring for New Yorkers every day, not just during the pandemic, but before it and even now. We stand with nurses now in demanding that hospitals maintain their health care benefits. Hospitals aren't doing enough to keep nurses safe from workplace violence. Even after those 2 recent incidents in New York City hospitals, management has not agreed to nurses' proposals for workplace violence protections. Instead, Mount Sinai retaliated against nurses for speaking out about workplace violence. We call on hospital management to stop using patient care as a bargaining chip and to come to the table and to settle fair contracts now. It is irresponsible. It is criminal. It is wrong for them to continue to jeopardize the lives of New Yorkers and not come back to the table and try to settle this now. Hospitals should stop fighting against our frontline nurses. New York City supports our nurses. I'm New York State Senator Cordell Clear, representing Harlem, East Harlem, El Barrio, Upper West Side, portion of the Washington Heights, and we all stand with our nurses all across New York City.
Thank you. Come on guys. Let's step up. Step up.
Good morning. I'm New York State Assembly Member Jordan Wright, and I stand with the NYC nurses. We're here to talk about a tale as old as time. This country is 250 years old, and we have always been fighting for worker protections, and I think it's time for Mount Sinai to come and fight for a fair contract now. It's time to come to the table and take care of those who take care of us. I remember during COVID, the frontline nurses were the ones taking care of New Yorkers when we were hit the hardest, especially black and brown New Yorkers. We need a fair contract now for those who take care of us. We need to make sure that the 70th Assembly District and this whole state is taken care of by our NYSDA nurses. So we stand with you. We are always with you. Once again, I'm Jordan J.G. Wright, State Assembly Member from the 70th Assembly District. Thank you so much.
Good morning. I'm Assembly Member Grace Lee from Lower Manhattan, here to say I stand with the nurses. During the pandemic, every evening we opened our windows to clap for our heroes, the nurses. But applause doesn't pay the bills. Gratitude doesn't keep patients safe. A fair contract with health care benefits, with safe staffing ratios, and making sure that they have worker protection is what's going to keep our heroes continuing to save lives every day. We stand with the nurses, and we want a fair contract now.
Hi, I'm Assembly Member Linda Rosenthal. I represent the Upper West Side, parts of Hell's Kitchen, and Mount Sinai West is in my assembly district. And I was actually born in Mount are angry. The labor leaders are angry. And let me tell you what, people who take care of others always... People who are dedicated to taking care of others often put themselves last. But this time around, the nurses need to go first. They take care of us. We need to take care of them. You know, in Albany, we fought side by side with nurses to get safe staffing. There was a many-year battle. That will not be undone now. We fought too long. We fought too hard. Workplace violence, we need to protect the nurses. How could we not? How could the hospital not listen to everything the nurses are saying? Because they're the ones who care the most about patient care. We care about them. We will be here. We will stand here with them until they get a fair contract, workplace protections, insurance, so we can take care of them.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Assemblymember Tony Simone. I represent just south of here, the west side of Manhattan. Look, I have a message to the billionaire CEOs on their comfortable tushies. Get up there and negotiate a fair contract. My amazing father, who was part of a union, recently passed away. And the people who took care of him so well were the nurses. So I have a message to the nurses, to over 5,000 nurses on strike. We will stand with you today and every day till we get safe staffing, until you have full benefits and you can live in dignity like every other New Yorker. And it's the CEOs, Brendan Carr, who makes over $6 million. Shame on you. To Monty Forrest, CEO, who makes $16.7 million. Shame on you. Listen to the billionaire, millionaire class who run these hospitals. Our nurses is what keep us safe and healthy. And we will be here every day until they get a fair contract. So get out of your warm offices and negotiate now.
I'm Assemblymember Alex Boris. Are nurses in the house? Are our firefighters in the house? Is HTC in the house? Is 1199 in the house? Is our state legislature in the house? Are New Yorkers standing together with the nurses? Let's be clear, we're fighting for the nurses because the nurses fight for us. What is at dispute here are things that benefit everyone. Safe staffing benefits everyone. Protections from workplace violence benefit everyone. Making sure that the people providing our health care have health care benefits everyone. This is not just a fight for the nurses, this is a fight on behalf of all New Yorkers. And don't believe the lies that the hospital executives are saying that they can't afford it. We know they can. The safety net hospitals can afford it. So of course, these greedy private hospitals can afford it. And if they need to know where to find that money, they can look in their compensation packages that have gone up 50% since 2020. Now listen, I'm here with the nurses because I think hard work should be rewarded. But what the hell are these executives doing to earn those benefits? I see three things they're good at. Raising their own compensation, raising prices on New Yorkers, and shamelessness in union busting. You don't get to fire 3 nurses over voicemail the night before a strike and stand up and say you're fighting for New Yorkers.
Union busting
It's disgusting. Union busting is disgusting. We were out there Monday morning as the nurses walked out. We're out there here on day 4, 4 days too long. But we will be out here 1 day longer and 1 day stronger.
I stand with my brothers and sisters, our nurses. Make some noise! I am Assemblymember Eddie Gibbs, and I am proud to stand with the nurses of Mount Sinai Morningside today. I'm sorry, take 10 ways. I represent East Harlem, and our families rely on the hospitals to be safe, staffed, and ready when we need it. That starts with treating our nurses right. Yes. Nurses across the city are out here because hospital leaders refuse to listen when they ask for safe staffing, safer workplaces, and fair health care. Even after 2 violent incidents in city hospitals, Mount Sinai has refused to provide real protections. That's not right. That's right. Instead, hospitals went after nurses for speaking up. That's not how you run a hospital. And let's be honest, these hospitals can afford to do better, but our families can't afford to show up to a hospital without safe staffing. This is about patient care. When there aren't enough nurses on the floor, people wait longer, mistakes happen, and lives are put at risk. While nurses are fighting for safety, hospital CEOs are taking home millions. They tell you where the priorities are. East Harlem's with our nurses. We believe in unions. We believe in safe care. Mount Sinai, you need to come back to the table and settle a fair contract now. Our nurses had our back during COVID, and now it's time that we have theirs. Mount Sinai, let's go!
Thank you, and thank you to all our elected officials. And if I didn't get to you, please forgive me. And right now, we are going to call one of our nurses from Mount Sinai. Nurse, her name is Simone Wade. She's in the executive committee. She's a fight
Hey everybody, good morning, and thank you for coming out to support New York City nurses. Today, we, the nurses of Mount Sinai, Morningside, and West, we are on the picket line because we have sounded the alarm for years about safe staffing and safe nurse-to-patient ratios in our hospitals. And our hospitals have refused to listen. They refuse to listen to licensed, highly trained professionals, the nurses that are at the bedside every day, day in and day out, the nurses that care for New Yorkers. Can I be honest with you? It is incredibly hard to deliver the level of care that our patients deserve when staffing is unsafe. Even though nurses may make it look easy, we do these things because our patients matter. That's right. But there are limits to what good nurses can do. Even though this is an issue, this is not just a nursing issue, everyone should be concerned about safe staffing. Right. From the richest person on earth to the poorest among us, every single patient will need care one day. That's right.
Every patient is a VIP.
And when that day comes, I would hope to walk into a hospital with exceptional staffing, one where nurses have the time and the support and the resources to provide exemplary care to their patients. Mount Sinai's mission speaks of excellence, compassion, and patient-centered care. But today, that mission is falling short. And it's not because of nurses, it's because of the leadership. They refuse to invest in the very people that make their mission a reality. Don't shoot the messengers. We came out here in the cold and on these picket lines because we were forced out. That's right. Our nurses, we are out here because management refuses to negotiate at the table in good faith. For the last 5 months, we have shown up prepared, organized, and ready to negotiate a fair contract. We are not asking for anything that is unreasonable, but our bosses refuse to discuss anything that has a price tag attached to it. Now let me be perfectly clear with everyone. Contrary to what management has been saying or statements that have been made to the public and the press, they have not called us back to the table. There has not been any negotiations for the last week. So when they say that they continue to negotiate with nurses, that is not true. It's not true. So we want them to bring us back to the table so that we can return to work to be where our patients, where we belong. That's it. I just want you to think about this. Imagine running a business but not investing in your workforce. Never investing in safety, quality, or outcomes. That's unheard of, and yet that is what is happening right here today. Meanwhile, the millionaires who run this hospital can afford the very best healthcare services that are around. But we believe that every one of our patients is a VIP and requires the very same treatment that those millionaires can get, regardless of their zip code. So, in conclusion, we're asking you to support our nurses, okay? Stand with us because we support safe staffing and because a safer hospital and better outcomes. We want that for every New Yorker because that's what New York City deserves. So thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Simone. Thank you. Now, we're going to bring up here UFA President Andrew Ambrose. Please welcome. FDNY.
Thank you. On behalf of New Yorkers, I want to thank the nurses for the work that they do. It's hard work, and it's necessary work, and it's honorable work. When people call 911, they know that firefighters are there for them. When we end up in the hospital, we know that you are there for us, providing excellent patient care. We have the same mission to protect lives and save lives. All around the city, New York City firefighters are walking the picket lines with you, with their family members, with their loved ones. My two sisters are nurses. We stand with you. Management needs to respect the work you do, as all New Yorkers respect the work you do. Everyone driving by is honking their horns in support of nurses. Nobody's honking their horns in support of management. Nobody ever said, it's an emergency, somebody get management. They're looking for nurses, they're looking for firefighters. People respect the work we do. They do not respect the work that you're not doing by not getting to the table and providing them a fair contract. working conditions that are safe and acceptable, proper staffing, and proper health care. These are not luxuries. These are the basic necessities that you give to workers that you respect. And New Yorkers respect nurses, and New Yorkers are with you, and management needs to get to the table and settle this contract. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next speaker is our public advocate, Jemani Williams. Come up with your sister. Your sister is a Sinai MP.
Peace and blessings, love and light, everybody. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you to your fearless president, who's doing everything she can to make sure we get this fair contract. To your bargaining unit. I want to say thank you to the other unions who are here as well, like the firefighters who spoke, for showing solidarity. And 1199 is in the house as well. As I mentioned before, I remember not too long ago when all these folks were banging pots and pans to say thank you to all the nurses for going in places that people were afraid to go. I don't understand what happened in just a few years. All right. It's the same courage. It's the same work that you are showing to make sure that patients are treated like a VIP. I had to make sure I'm here as public advocate to make sure the city gets the best that it deserves, and so do you. But quite frankly, it's a lot more personal to me. A few years ago, I was in the hospital with nurses who made sure I got out and to live the life I'm living now. 49 years ago, I was born in what was then St. Luke's Hospital in Mount Morningside. And even more importantly, my sister Janine Williams is a nurse practitioner right here from Morningside and is on the picket line with you. So even if I didn't believe in this, I'd have to be here because my sister's here with y'all. But thankfully, this is a righteous fight. That's right. This is a fight that they are trying to abuse your love of patients against you. And that's not right. I thank you for your love of patients, and that should be rewarded, not just in money, but in safe staffing and safety as well. Management, you are always able to make as much money for your management as you see fit. Show the same respect for all these people that provide the services for these hospitals. And the last thing I'm going to say, I don't want to get in trouble, so this is me. Governor Hochul, be very, very careful of what you're doing. Do not give lip services to these nurses while you're making it harder for them to strike and get what they deserve. Governor Hochul, elections are coming up in June. This is the wrong time to try to betray neither the union and try to betray the nurses. Be very, very careful. Make sure your actions back up your words, because it's an election year and we are going to remember. So please, we need everybody to be on the side of the nurses because it's the right thing for them, but also whenever nurses and unions are fighting for a better contract, they're doing so for all workers across this city and this state. So thank you so much. Peace and blessings, love and light to you all. Thank you. I'm back. I thought you spoke. Next up, and I thank you for waiting for me, is one of your own, a nurse and a city councilman from Brooklyn, Mercedes Narcisse.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here with you, not a council member. As you can see, my sister Janine had to make me wait for the public advocate. So we have to go together because we know the importance of nurses. I'm not only here as a council member. Like I said, once a nurse, always a nurse. What do we want? what? The message is clear. I know when you end, we finish with Governor Hochul. It's not only for Governor Hochul. It's for everyone that's listening. All the elected officials, everyone that's showing up. We have to keep on pushing for the nurses. Because we cannot be heroes at 1 minute. What's wrong with the equation here? We were heroes, sheroes, and now we're zero? We're not important? You're not treating us with dignity? When it comes that the CEOs on their oaths cannot get their money, you know what they're going to do? They're going to review the numbers. They're going to make sure the numbers are right for them. So now we want the numbers to be right for the nurses. That's it. So, let me tell you something. Nurses are the backbone of the healthcare structure, for real. When you're in trouble at home, you call God, you call your mother. When you're in the hospital, who do you call? Where is the nurse? Where is the nurse? So the nurses need your assistance, your support. And this is not something that we don't deserve, we don't earn. It is something that we deserve by right. You're supposed to treat people with dignity. And right now, the CEOs and all the others are not treating nurses with dignity. What do we want? When do we want it? And we're not fighting for ourselves. Let's be clear. Safety issue is a problem for your families, your friends. You know, when you have a problem, you get to the hospital. You want to get the best of care. Best care possible. And that's why we're demanding. Well, we talk about contract. Some folks say that it's about the money. No, my friend, it's not about the money. Because and it's okay too. That's right, damn right. We earn it. We work for it. So it's about the structure, the staffing, the safety issue is a big problem. When you come to the hospital, if you're a one person, have 7 patients, 10 patients, which that was my days. And we know it was not fair. That was my days. And we know it's not right. That's the reason I come every time that Nancy called me. Give it up for your president here in Nashville. She worked so damn hard to make sure that she's representing the nurses right. So Nicole, Simone, and all the structure, the fighting, keep on fighting. Because when we fight, we win. When we fight, we win. Let's win this contract. Thank you, God bless you.
All right. Our next speaker is a sibling from 1199 Executive Vice President, Adekin Bray.
Thanks.
Good morning, Union family. My name is Adekemi Gray, Executive Vice President of 1199 SEIU, standing proud on behalf of 450,000 members across the East Coast, including 200,000 right here in downstate New York.
That's right.
Every single day, 1199 members, nursing assistants, PCAs, surgical techs, dietary workers, PCAs, OTs, respiratory therapists, speech therapists, housekeepers, unit clerks, medical assistants, EMTs. We stand so many more. We stand on the front line. We deliver care. We save lives. And we stand shoulder to shoulder with nurses and nurses every single day. Let me be clear. Nurses are the backbone of the healthcare system. And their voices must be heard. Their staffing must be safe. Their working conditions must be fair. Their profession must be respected. And today we stand in full solidarity with them. We all know the truth. The healthcare system is under attack. As Trump and Republican leaders in Washington, D.C. try to undermine bedside care and roll back workers' rights, New York must be a firewall. We must stand against those threats. So let me ask you, short staffing is what? Unacceptable. Unfair labor practices are what? Unacceptable. Cuts to nurses' benefits are what? Unacceptable. Management needs to hear us loud and clear. Bargain in good faith. Fix the staffing. Respect the nurses. And resolve these issues now. 1199 members are proud to stand with the nurses every day. all fight. When nurses win, patients win. When nurses win, our communities win. When nurses win, the New York healthcare system grows stronger for everyone. Now, union family, let's stand together. Let's fight together. Let's win together. When we fight, we win. When we fight, we win. When we fight, we win. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next speaker from Sinai Morningside Nurse.
Nurse. In fact, my whole family is nurses. My mom, my sister, my brother, my uncle, and my cousin are all here. Nurses working here. We love what we do. We love our family and we love our community. And we take care of each other. It takes a village. It takes all of us. This is us, New York. That's right. We do this. I work in this emergency department as the charge nurse. We see it all. Everything that walks in through our doors. We see everything. All types of patients. We welcome them in. We take care of all the health problems that you guys have. We see it. However, what we do see is that Mount Sinai is disinvesting in their patients and in their nurses. How do we give good care this way? We want to give the best quality care for our patients, and they're making it nearly impossible. Impossible. One of our key demands in this is protection from our workplace violence. It is deeply related to the nursing shortage that they keep putting us under. They rather keep profits and before they put patient care as a priority. Let me tell it to you real. My nurses sit here and take care of 15 patients each. While the traumas come in, while the stroke patients come in and the heart attacks and anything else that comes through that door. How much quality can we possibly give in the care when there is so much quantity? The quantity should be in our nurses. Bring more nurses so we can take care of our patients. It's New York. There's a lot of you guys and we love it. But however, when you guys get stuck in our emergency department, you're stuck in the hallways, sometimes waiting for days. I understand you guys get frustrated. It's frustrating for us too. You know, the anger, the violence starts to come out because you guys all are just advocating for your family. So sometimes they take it out on us because we are at the front line. We need protection. We still want to do this. Throughout my career, I've experienced more injuries and more cuts than I can count. For my kids, for my family, it was hard for them. What they do remember of all the other times is that in a simple 8-month period, I have been managed to be assaulted multiple times. This is it. I don't have to say much. I've been scratched to the face, and I have to put makeup on every day. Just for your camera. I have been bitten in multiple places. I've been kicked to the ribs where it leaves bruises, spit on, pushed, punched, sexually assaulted. You name it. But that's my story. But I share that same story of being assaulted with all of my nurses. It's not acceptable, and we want the hospital to help protect us. Why is that a hard ask? Because despite all of this, despite of all the injuries, the stress, the psychological, emotional trauma that we undo, we still love what we do. We still come back every day. And even though we get attacked, we still take care of them. Because we still try to see the human side. We would just like a little help and protection in order to do our job. That's it. That's all we want. Even during the pandemic, I sat there and I worked 16 hours a day, every day for months. For those who know me, I was here. You were here with me. We were taking care of you, New York City, and we loved it. We took care of closets. We love the fire department. The 1 minute before we walked in there and we gave it everything that we've got. This is the same way we walk in this hospital and we do everything we can because we love it. I love my job. My nurses love our job. We care so much about this community and we want nothing more.
Right.
Woo! To do this because I didn't feel like I was a proper voice. They have a lot to say. They have a lot of heart. Our contract demands are simple, yet but the hospital seems to continue to criticize the nurses for asking a little for ourselves. They want us to feel the guilt, so we go back in there and cave. They want to shame us for asking for a little protection, a fair contract, safe staffing ratio so we can do what we do. Instead of just coming to the table to negotiate, come to the table to make it better. Find a way. Find a way. We know it's possible. We just need a little political will to make it happen. We are the most trusted professions out there. We advocate, we care deeply, and we fight. We fight. We are out here on strike because we want the best for our community and for our future. And we will continue to fight until we get what we deserve.
Council President, Dr. Francis Curie. Please, Dr. Francis.
Hi, good morning all. Morning. My name is Dr. Francis Curie. I am a pediatrician. I work in the Bronx. I've been working for 30 years, and I also am the president of the Doctors Council, SCIU. The oldest physician union in the country. I'm here today to tell you that the Unionized Physicians of New York stand in solidarity with the nurses of the New York in their fight for fair contract. As a union of physicians who work with frontline nurses every day, we know from experience how critical nurses are to the delivery of quality healthcare to New Yorkers. They are the backbone of the healthcare system. They are the backbone of the hospitals, just as has been said. So we know better than anyone that when nurses are outside, there is a problem inside. Nurses are out here on the picket line fighting for two things: patient safety and nurse safety. What is wrong with that? If the nurses are safe, the patients are safe also.
Right.
Management wants to roll back to safe staffing protections. These protections are proven to save patients' lives. They want to hurt nurses' healthcare benefits? No. They don't want to lift a finger to protect healthcare workers from workplace violence.
Shame.
Shame on them. They say it's too expensive. Shame on them also. So I am here today to tell you that 3 of the richest hospitals in New York can afford to provide their patients the quality healthcare they deserve, and their nurses a safe and dignified workplace. The healthcare, the safety net hospitals did it. So why can't the private hospitals do it? I work for a safety net hospital. We call on hospital management to stop using patient care as a bargaining chip, to stop their vicious union busting, and to come to the table and settle a fair contract now. So all of you on strike, we are here with you as doctors that work with you closely, and you are not alone in this fight. Thank you, and in solidarity from the doctors of New York.
Thank you. I'd like to recognize our laborers from 1010, and thank you everyone. And if you have any questions, I'd like to answer any questions that you may have.
Can you talk about, so New York Presbyterian is saying it is meeting with you this evening. Can you confirm that, and what the prospects are from your perspective for that to go forward? And then we'll start with that.
We are ready and always here to bargain. So we are ready to meet today at 5 o'clock, and we are asking everyone else, including Morningside, to come to the table and negotiate a fair contract with our nurses. We've been ready for 5 months. They have not been ready. They have not been coming to the table. Nurses are ready and willing, and we're ready to go back to work and care for our patients.
Just a quick follow-up. How confident are you that tonight's negotiations might lead to a contract? And what is it that New York Presbyterian has done and said that you need the other two to do?
We are ready to negotiate with all 3. Like we said, those are the 3 richest hospitals in New York City. If the safety net hospital could come to the table and negotiate safe patient ratios, and negotiate workers' protection against violence, and negotiate to provide our medical coverage without any cut, and negotiate pension, and negotiate protection from AI. Because when you come to work, you don't want an artificial nurse, you want a real nurse. So we are asking the 3 richest hospitals to come to the table and negotiate the same contract.
Do you think you will have a contract with NYP maybe before the weekend's over?
We are here to negotiate. It's up to them. We have been ready and able to negotiate. They have not been ready. They have not been ready. We're ready. Negotiate a fair contract now. Where's me? Muncie Fury, Mount Sinai. We've been sitting at the table. You show up for 15 minutes and laugh in our face. But this is time. Come to the table. Negotiate a fair contract. Come to the table. Negotiate a fair contract.